Your roots. She laughed, but the sound was hollow. I believed them for 3 years. Margaret stayed silent, her hands folded in her lap. 45 years of service had taught her that silence often drew out more truth than questions ever could. But then I found something, Caroline continued, reaching into her Hermes bag. Something that made me realize everything they told me might be a lie. She pulled out a photograph, old, its edges softened by time. Margaret recognized it immediately. It showed a much younger version of herself, holding an infant Caroline, both of them caught in a moment of pure joy. But it wasn't the image itself that made Margaret's breath catch in her throat. It was what was visible in the background. Thomas Roosevelt II's study, and on the wall behind them, the Monet. The Monet that hid more than just a safe. This was taken the day you taught me to say your name properly, Caroline said softly. Do you remember? I kept saying Mrs. 10 instead of Chen, and you made it into a game. She traced the edge of the photograph with one manicured finger. But that's not why I'm here. Look at the date stamp. Margaret didn't need to look. She knew exactly when the picture had been taken. March 15, 2001, she said quietly. Your first birthday. Caroline's head snapped up. Exactly. March 15th. The same date that keeps appearing in the documents I found in Daddy's study last week. The same date that's mentioned in all those old newspaper articles about great-grandfather's miracle investment that started our family fortune. She leaned forward, her designer dress crinkling. And the same date that appears on the edge of that strange document that was slipped under my door 3 days ago. Margaret felt her heart skip a beat, but her face remained impassive. What document? Caroline reached back into her bag and withdrew a folded piece of paper that made Margaret's blood run cold. It was a copy, not the original that Margaret had hidden away so carefully, but there was no mistaking the letterhead. United States Department of the Treasury, March 15th, 1945. I don't understand half of what it says, Caroline admitted, but I understand enough. This, she waved the paper, this suggests that our entire family fortune is built on something horrible, something criminal, and I think you know what it is. Margaret rose from her chair and walked to the window. Below, a